Imagine someone so rich that the gold in his hands makes world prices tremble. Someone who, when walking through the desert, every grain of sand seemed to turn into gold. A person whose wealth was incalculable, even by modern-day standards. His name was Mansa Musa, Emperor of the Mali Empire, a majestic kingdom in the heart of West Africa, hundreds of years before the continent was pillaged by colonialism. But behind all the splendor and legend, there is a mystery that has never been truly solved. The death of Mansa Musa is one of the darkest puzzles in human history. Did he die peacefully in his palace? Or did he disappear in the middle of an expedition to a mysterious ocean, looking for the end of the world? Or is it possible that the richest emperor of all time never died but disappeared with his secrets? Today, we will explore a story that is amazing, tense, and often makes the hair on the back of your neck stand up. This is the mystery behind the death of Mansa Musa, the richest man of all time. 14th century, West Africa was not the desolate, impoverished desert of today's stereotype. There stood a large empire called Mali, stretching from the Atlantic Ocean to the Sahara Desert. This empire was rich not because of silver or jewels, but because of gold. Mali is the heart of the world gold trade, from the mines at Bambouk, Bor, to Tagaza. Gold flowed like rivers, filling royal warehouses, piling up in palaces, and shining in every corner of Timbuktu. And above them all stood a man named Mansa Musa Keita. He ascended the throne around 1312, replacing Abu Bakr II, the mysterious king who disappeared at sea on an expedition to search for world boundaries. Many historians believe that Musa did not seize power, but inherited it accidentally after Abu Bakr never returned. However, there are dark whispers that Moses may have played a role in the predecessor's disappearance. There is no evidence, but the mystery marks the beginning of the story. As a king, Moses was extraordinary. He not only ruled with an iron fist, but also with the great vision of building, writing, and unifying. He transformed Mali into a trade, cultural and scientific center of the African Islamic world. Under his rule, Timbuktu became like Baghdad to the west, a place where scholars, scientists, and traders from Arabia to Egypt came to study and trade. However, Moses' greatness did not stop there. He did something that would shake the world, a sacred journey to the legendary Mecca, and which would later bring its own curse. Year 1324. Mansa Musa decided to perform the pilgrimage to Mecca. However, his journey is not an ordinary one. He brought 60,000 people, soldiers, slaves, servants, and the royal family. There were 80 camels, each carrying more than 100 kilograms of pure gold. This convoy stretched as far as the eye could see. As they crossed the Sahara, Moses' every step left a trail of gold in the sand. He distributed wealth in every city he passed, Walata, Tuat, to Cairo. In Egypt, he was known as a king who was too generous. Moses gave gold to the poor, to merchants, and even to high-ranking Egyptian officials. But his generosity actually rocked the economy. There is too much gold circulating on the market. The value of gold plummeted, and inflation ran wild for more than a decade. All because of one man, Mansa Musa. The emperor was so rich that he accidentally created an international economic crisis. But behind the splendor of this journey, signs of strangeness emerge. Notes from witnesses in Cairo say that Mansa Musa sometimes pondered for a long time at night, staring at the stars as if thinking about something far away. There are rumors that he had a sea dream about a throne sinking beneath black waves. Some say Moses was afraid not of God, but of the fate that awaited at the end of his journey. When Mansa Musa returned to Mali, he brought more than just gold and new followers. He brought knowledge, architects, and scholars from all over the Islamic world. He built magnificent mosques in Gao, Jen, and of course the Djengaber Mosque in Timbuktu, which still stands to this day. He founded universities and science centers, making Mali a beacon of civilization in West Africa. However, this greatness comes with a dark shadow. After his return, Musa was rarely seen in public. Records show he was often ill, but his illness was unknown. Some sources said he had a strange, high fever that disappeared and appeared like waves. Others whispered, poison. I don't know who, I don't know why. But what is most surprising is that there is no official record of Mansa Musa's death. Even the date of his death is unclear. Some say 1332, others 1337. Some write he died while worshipping in Mecca, but others swear they saw him afterwards. There is also a legend that says, Mansa Musa did not die. He went to follow in the footsteps of Abu Bakr II, crossing the ocean in search of another world. Everything is a blur. It was as if the richest emperor of all time had completely disappeared from history. For centuries, historians and mystics have tried to answer one question: how did Mansa Musa die? There are several theories floating around, and they are all equally mysterious. Theory 1: died in Mecca. Some Arabic records say that Musa died while performing the second pilgrimage. He is said to have died peacefully, buried in holy ground. But there is no grave, no records, no official witnesses. It's all just word of mouth. Theory 2: poisoned in Mali. Another theory is that he was killed by someone inside. When he returned from Mecca, Moses brought with him foreign architects and scientists who gave him extraordinary knowledge. Many local nobles felt threatened, fearing that Musa wanted to replace the old system with a new, more Islamic and more open world. The suspicion of poison arises from here. Several researchers have found indications that Musa suddenly fell after a large banquet at Niani's palace. But again, there is no physical evidence, just rumors that refuse to die. Theory 3: disappeared at sea. This is the most legendary and strangest theory. According to man folklore, at the end of his life, Moses felt guilty about how he acquired wealth and power. He decided to follow in the footsteps of Abu Bakr II, the king who had disappeared at sea. He built a secret fleet and sailed west towards the setting sun. Since that day, he never came back. Some fishermen in Senegal even have a legend about a black king dressed in gold, who came from the east, then sank in a storm along with all his golden ships. Is that just a myth? Or did the sea really swallow up the richest emperor in history? What is strange about the story of Mansa Musa is not only the mystery of his death, but also the traces he left behind. After Musa disappeared, his son Magan I ascended the throne, but his reign was short and weak. The empire began to crack from within. Trade declined, important cities seceded, and Timbuktu slowly lost its luster. It was as if Mali's luck was buried with Musa. But there was something even stranger. Several centuries later, when Europeans began exploring the west coast of Africa, they discovered ancient Arabic maps showing a large landmass across the Atlantic Ocean long before Columbus was born. And in the corner of the map, a note was written: "From the west came a golden ship from Mali." Is it possible that Mansa Musa or his successors actually reached other continents? Did his fortune cross the ocean and be lost in what is now America? Nobody knows for sure. But if true, it means world history may not be as we imagine. Centuries later, archaeologists in the Sahara Desert discovered the remains of a large ship, buried under layers of sand. The ship is not from Egypt, not from Arabia, but has a design similar to a Niger River boat, reinforced with gold and copper metal. There is no official record of who owned it, but among the ruins, they found one thing that gave researchers pause: an engraving on a wooden board in the ancient Man language. The writing read, "I leave gold for the world, but the world will not know where I rest." The sentence was written in a trembling hand, and beneath it, the royal regalia of Mali, the symbol of the sun and moon united. Is that really the legacy of Mansa Musa, or just a historical coincidence? We'll never know. But one thing was certain: his wealth, no matter how great, could never buy immortality. And perhaps That is the deepest mystery of this story, that even the richest man of all time could not escape his own destiny. Mansa Musa lived in unparalleled luxury. He left a legacy of knowledge, culture, and legends that still lives on today. But behind all his glory, he also left a puzzle that refuses to be solved. How a man can have everything and still lose everything in silence. Perhaps, like the ocean that swallowed his ship, history chose to hide the secrets of the Golden Emperor in the depths of time. And perhaps, somewhere beneath the sands of the Sahara, Mansa Musa's gold still shines, waiting for someone crazy enough to look for it.